Hey, you gonna come up? Huh? Gonna come up and visit? Or are you just gonna sit down there and go meow? Hello, how's everyone doing? Here we are again. What are we, day 8, day 9 of my quarantine, whatever we are? Did some gardening. That's a good way to kind of, keep your time occupied. You have quarantine hair, huh? Okay. Does that mean you haven't been able to get out to the beauty shop for a while, or just that you don't care because nobody's around, so you're just not doing anything with it? Because yeah, I'm kind of the same way. It snowed there today. Yeah, it's a little cooler here today too. It was supposed to be like in the mid 80s, and I think it's low 70s right now. So that's cool. We'll take it. Why is it that no matter where I put the camera, you always show your butt to the viewers, huh? What is it about that? Hello everyone, how we doing? Quarantine for 14 days. Guess we can tip that up a little bit now here. Now that Bite isn't down here, he's up there in his typical perch. Picked some daffodils put them in water before the snow came. That's probably a good thing to do. Yeah, I went out yesterday and did another Texas Super Bloom videos. So, I think the video you see today and the video you see tomorrow will both be kind of focusing on some of the bluebonnets that are very popular and very doing their thing right now. Wow. Let's see Nibble running around. She's like right over there. See if we can coax her up to the. Yeah, that sound alone usually gets her going. And of course, we got this guy's attention. Yep, there she is coming up for hers. This is always the funny thing. The first time I get her to walk up, she'll ignore the kitty treat, and then when you put it out there after two or three times, then all of a sudden she'll be up there and holding on to your hand with her paw and all that. And see, now she kind of stays up on the hind legs. Come on. You know you want it. If you don't take it, the bite's going to come and take it. There we go. You take care of that, okay? Got to give you your daily bite and nibble fixes here, huh? So what have I missed in the last couple of minutes here? Yeah, they're definitely getting used to the camera now. Bite's been pretty good about that for some time. He enjoys kind of, he enjoys the kitty treats. But yeah, it's kind of fun to get Nibble to come and visit now. Yeah, I don't know anyone personally who has the virus either. But it seems to be the people that are out there and hanging out in groups and stuff like that that are getting it. So it doesn't surprise me that it's politicians and celebrities that are getting it. They both kind of always think that they're above, that they're above the little people, and things that affect the rest of us don't affect them. Yeah, we're going to learn that the hard way, that ain't the truth. Jen wants you to have another belly rub. What do you think about that? Huh? Yeah? No? Or you just want more kitty treats, huh? Huh? We'll grab that big belly and give it a good rub here. Wow. 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 Okay, whatever. Yeah, well, that's it. How do you tell the difference between a regular cold or the virus? You never know. It's a matter of if you have the symptoms, go in and get tested for it. But one of these days, you might get sick of that belly rubbing. I think that might have been it right there. I think that meow 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 from him was, um, was what the heck are you doing? Leave me alone. Just dish the kitty treats. That's all you're here for, right, Bite? Just here for the dishing the kitty treats, right? Making sure the food dish is full. Oh yeah, quarantine has been really, quite a has been quite a challenge here. I've only gone out a couple times a day, and just like I said, we're gonna get through this. This is something we're all gonna be looking at ourselves and saying, what were we thinking? Why were we so paranoid about this? Yeah, I'm glad you feel my pain, Jan. Kitties are circling like sharks right now, or like vultures, one or the other. For a second, the nibble was going to pop out over there, but I guess not. Not this time. Yeah, but also what I'm seeing is that the places that are hit hardest in this country are starting to see a decline now. All the numbers are starting to return back to normal, which is what we want to see. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy for a while, and unfortunately, areas where a lot of people congregate, it's going to be more of an issue there. But you know, eventually, this thing's going to wind down, and things are going to go back to normal. Yeah, well, I've noticed that around here too. There's a bunch of stuff that's still open. We aren't completely shutting down things, but a lot of the restaurants are just doing drive-through right now. Actually, just to help one of the local restaurants out, I went to a Schlotzsky's for dinner a couple nights ago, and they actually still had the restaurant open. You could actually walk in and order your food inside. They just wanted you to take it and go. But eventually this is all going to wind down. Yeah, so certain cities are overreacting to this, but I mean, the problem is bigger in the population centers. So, that's maybe what's going to happen for a while. But we got to be careful too, because if we destroy our economy, there's going to be death and destruction from that too. So we have to find that right balance, because you can't just shut down the world, because we need the world to work to feed us all. Yeah, see, nothing is open in London, only grocery stores and pharmacies. Yeah, see, I mean, I got to admit, I haven't really gone out a whole lot and to see what's open and what isn't open, but um, everything so far, everything I've looked at has been open uh, for the most part. I mean, like I said, restaurants sometimes they're doing just drive-throughs, and I went out to a couple of parks yesterday just to kind of look at the blue bonnets, and ironically, the parking spots or the parking lots were closed in a few of those places, which is kind of weird, because it doesn't take anyone to man those, but sometimes I think they shut down things just to create the illusion that there's a that to push an agenda or whatever. Yeah, that might be fun to get out and ride a bike a little bit. I'm gonna have to do that one of these days. It's actually a nice day. It'd be a nice day to do it. It was starting to get a little warm the last couple of days, and I thought maybe it wouldn't been the time to do it, but now it's temperatures in the low 70s, and there's a nice breeze, and it's kind of overcast today. So, yeah, it's Nibbles over there now. She wants some more kitty treats. I think that's her way of telling me that, right, Nibble? Yeah, well, you never know what Russia's going to do. Russia's, got all sorts of problems right now too, because their economy is on the ropes because of what's going on with gas prices. Yeah, a lot of businesses are shutting down. I honestly wonder whether the company I work for is actually shut down. I was thinking maybe taking a drive out there, see if there's anybody in the parking lot. Gas prices are higher here than they are there, huh? Well, whatever the case is, like I said, I came from California where they were, $3.50 a gallon for gas, and then came here where it's $2, and now it's down to, you know, whatever it is now. I haven't actually looked at gas prices in a couple of days. Yeah, and I think I'll probably just drive by. I like to get out and about a little bit. No sense in worrying them. It's like, what's going on here? Why is he calling in? In Canada, it's about $1 a liter, huh? That's still more than what we're paying. Because what did we determine the other day that there's about just a little less than 4 liters in a gallon? So that's still about $4 a gallon. Yeah, that's the best advice. Everyone just kind of take it easy and be safe out there. Use your brain when you're interacting with people. I said it before. Cough into your elbow. Um, stay away from people who appear to be visibly sick, and just stay away from people in general if you can. That's how we get past this. This is going to wind down, and and we'll get past this. It's just a lot of this is just is being overhyped because it's political season. Really, that's really what it comes down to. I haven't talked to them about the maintenance shutdown at work. I would assume, based on what I heard, that that's probably over now, because that was just going. That was just a very short duration thing. I think they said 2 weeks, and that 2 weeks started before I even went to my father's funeral. So I would guess that's probably over now. That was probably over, yesterday or maybe today. Definitely, be back to normal when my quarantine is over, assuming the company is open. And like I said, I don't know the answer to that right now. I haven't spoken with my mother in a couple days, but last time I talked to her, she's just kind of keeping herself occupied, watching TV and reading books. She's still locked in her apartment, so I'm guessing that will go on for a while. And look who's back. Yeah, I know. I have allergies too, and so sometimes that freaks people out. I'm a little congested in the mornings, and I could definitely do a short vlog on Bite. Yeah, unfortunately though, it would just be him sitting there doing that. You know, I don't know how much fun. You know what? Why even shoot video? Like just snap a photo of it and show the photo. Not really seeing a whole lot of difference, right? Except occasionally the video version goes. Hey, Chris in Seattle, how you doing? Welcome to the group. Doing our thing here, just passing time as we can. Yeah, see, that's all it would be too. On the shelves, on the stairs, on the sofa, at the food dish, in the litter box. Do you really want to see that? Ew. You have a friend that says she has coronavirus, but she doesn't leave the house and she's a hypochondriac. Yeah, well, there are those too. Yeah, so many people are just overreacting to all this. You know, people panic when they see somebody cough or sneeze or something like that. There's a lot of reasons for that to happen, without being the virus here. So, right? And then nibbles there for some too. So, come on, don't be so bashful. You know you want it. Yeah, you knew that one was yours, didn't you? Come on, that one's yours, Nibble. Not going to eat itself. There you go. Since you guys don't seem to want any more, got to see the disappointed look on that face. right. Well, we'll leave it like that for a while. Remember the pig virus? Yeah. I think you managed to highlight the name when you type somebody's name, but I think you have to spell it correctly. You have to spell it exactly as it is. Do I pay for cable? Yes, I do. I don't watch a lot of TV though, so I've been thinking about actually dumping it. But there is actually times where I do, like to turn on the news or something like that. It's just I question whether, how often I actually do it these days. So yeah, no, I have cable. Basically the main reason for the cable is the internet. I get really good internet through the cable, but I don't really watch the TV a whole lot. I don't think I've had the cable box on any more than half a dozen times in the last, ever since I've been here. Yeah, I don't know if you have to put the at symbol in it here. Let's try. Let's see if this works here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Yeah, yeah. The cable company keeps trying to get me to bundle my phone in there too, but I don't know. I kind of I want to keep everything a little bit separate here. I don't want, just everything going to one monopoly. And, let's face it, cable's kind of going away anyway. So people are cutting the cable left and right. Yeah, I've been seeing a bunch of people, putting the app symbol in front of there, but I don't know. I'm not sure because every once in a while I see, someone talk to me and mention me by name, and it highlights that. So I don't know. Yeah, I like that. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I think what you gotta do though is you gotta spell it exactly the same way as the handle is, as the name is. Yeah, I used to watch Adam 12 when I was a kid. That was a lot of that was like in the LA area. So I kind of knew that area a little bit too. Even playing around with iMovie. Yeah, I've never played with iMovie, but it's supposed to be a pretty good one, pretty easy one. Similar capabilities to what I use. So what do you think? Which do you prefer, iMovie or Nero Video? No opinion, huh? All right, well, whatever. Considering it's Nero Video that's giving you all the kitty treats, you'd think you'd have a preference. Yeah, that's true. I bet you if I put the kitty treats over here, I bet you you'd move over there. Yeah, I use Nero Video. That's just because I'm a PC person. iMovie is more of a Mac program. In terms of 1 hour or two, it's going to be 2 hours, but it's going to be divided into two parts today, like I did yesterday. Just to kind of give people, multiple chances at this. Especially people that are elsewhere in the country or elsewhere in the world, that it's the middle of the night for them. I don't know. We'll see how that may or may not continue starting tomorrow. We may go back to just doing a single 2 hour video tomorrow, but gonna play it by ear. I'm just kind of making this up as we go along. Okay, yeah, I don't remember that area in the '80s with that detail, but North Hollywood, Toluca Lake, I know where that is. I know where Lancashire is. Yeah, probably about 6 o'clock, which is what, 5.5 hours from now, if you want to do the math, where figure out what time that is in your time zone. Yeah, I'm not doing a whole lot with recipes right now just because it's so hard to get things in the grocery store. Uh, so, things that are getting sent to me, in recipes, I'm receiving them. I'm just not going to do anything for a while here until we get past this nuttiness. Yeah, see, there's a perfect example why I'm trying to do these a couple times a day at different times. Kathy says it's 11 p.m. for her. So that's getting a little late, it's 6 o'clock this time, but 11 p.m. for her is probably, uh, early morning, 8 or 9 in the morning for Australia and Asia. So I want to give them a chance to pop in here a little bit too. This isn't always just for North America and a little bit of Europe. Right, Nibble? That's only the fair thing to do, right? Give everyone a little chance. Get everyone a chance to watch you eat kitty treats and gain weight. Hey, Nibble. How are you, girl? Look who's back. Better grab it, Nibble, or Bite's going to come take it from you. All right, one more for you. You have to rename this channel the Ever Expanding Kitty Channel. Silent partner beside me. Yep. No, Nibble isn't to the point where she'll come up on the sofa yet. She'll get up on the sofa when I'm here, not here, or when I'm over like on the chair watching TV or something like that. She'll definitely take a nap on here, but she isn't comfortable to the point where she'll hop up on the sofa while I'm here yet. I don't know. That might happen at some point. Does Nibble let me pick her up? No, she doesn't like to be handled. Are they from the same litter? I believe so. I don't really know. They were abandoned in my backyard when they were 5 weeks old. So either two separate litters of kittens that were about the same age escaped their litter, wound up together, and end up in my backyard, or they are siblings. And I'm going the assumption that they're brother and sister. Yeah, I know. Cats do look disappointed when I put the lid on. That's true. Yeah, I agree. You know, a lot of people say, well, one of them's black and white, and one of them's orange and white. How can they be the same litter? But you look at you ignore the coloring and just look at the markings, and the markings are actually remarkably similar. So it doesn't surprise me at all that they're brother and sister. And they've just kind of been together their whole life. So no sense in changing that now, right? Yeah, she's a pretty girl. Never tried doing cat DNA. No, I was here when Jordan read the results of Jaw's DNA test because Jaw was literally sitting right here on the chair when Jordan read those results. So yeah, he got those here and read them here. So that was kind of fun to see that. And I saw everything they saw in there too. You know, we knew that he was part Chihuahua. We knew that he had some Jack Russell in him. They saw the miniature Dobie in him, and I guess I could see that with the fur. I guess you can see the pug with the tail. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that what they found. Yeah, it just depends on how it mixes together because coming up with going from a calico to an orange tabby, just a matter of what the daddy looked like, I guess. Yeah, look who's back. The ever increasing stomach. See if he'll pop up onto the screen here for us here. Meow. Right now he's just content meowing at me. Meow. What does my shirt say? It's a Guided by Voices shirt, and so the singer, among other things, does artwork. He does like collages and stuff like that for his album covers, and he's released some books of his artwork. And this is one of his art pieces that he turned into a T-shirt. It was one of the tour shirts in the probably 2004 2005 era, right around the breakup of the original band. Hey Nibble, how you, pretty girl? She's like right underneath the TV tray right now. Are you a pretty girl? Yes, you are. And you're just my buddy, aren't you? What better way to get you to shed more than to brush it all out? And the fur just starts flying. That is the face of one content kitty. Yeah, Bite's probably thinking daddy's cheese has slipped off his cracker, right? But as long as he keeps the brush and the kitty treats coming, it's okay, right? That's all that matters. You have a friend in Ottawa that has 5 cats. At most, I had 3, and that was too much. I never really wanted to have more than one. So, but then these two came along, and they kind of came as a pair. So I mean, can you imagine keeping one of them and saying, "Yeah, other one, I don't care about you. Get out of here." Yeah, the that's not how it's done segments. That'll start again once I get a house. Like I said, in an apartment like this where you're only going to spend a little bit of money on it, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do any real serious work on this place. It just isn't worth it, and I'm gonna be out of here hopefully in a couple months. So I don't know if I find something that's really really noticeably stupid, then maybe we'll go do something. I do like Tool. There are a couple albums of theirs I really like. They're a good band. I like the singer's voice, and I like the sound of the bass too. Did I goose you? Is that what happened? That's what you get when you turn your butt towards the camera. Then you don't see when somebody comes to goose you. Be careful of the glass and ticks. Okay, fleas and ticks. Okay, there we go. That's better. That makes sense. I was trying to figure out glass and ticks. Yeah, we had that little issue with the fleas on the caps, late last year, but we treated them with the Advantage stuff, and that took care of it. And actually, I bought 3 months of Advantage for both of them, but they haven't had fleas since then. So I'll just hold on to it until we get into flea season again here. But it's good to know that stuff works so well. Yeah, maybe grass and ticks. That those two things go together. I was just trying to figure out how glass and ticks go together. But then I realized, oh yeah, we're dealing with another one of those delicious spell check errors. Those ones that are often so much better, um, than what was originally said, just because they're so funny. Yeah, it doesn't look like they put a whole bunch of time into the inspection. In fact, there was just a big long checklist. I got a copy of the form, and there was a big long checklist, and basically the person just drew a line down there and just said, "Yep, okay, we did that." The whole thing. They estimated it would take me 20 minutes to do it, and I walked away and went over to that gardening place, and they called me 10 minutes later and said, "Oh yeah, we're done." It's like, "Oh, okay, that was quick." So I probably could have just waited there in the waiting room, would have been fine. But I like to get out and go around and look around, see what's going on there. So I found that there was an issue with this guy here too in the flea treatment, because the first flea treatment we got, I went into the vet inquiring about the Advantage stuff, and wanted to know if that really worked. And they said, "Oh yeah, but we got some stuff that we use here that's kind of exclusive to PetSmart, and it works better and it works on more things and it's less expensive." So I tried that, but for the next week or so, this guy ended up barfing all over the floor. So I don't think it agreed with him. So I went and just got the regular Advantage stuff. I mean, it worked in both cases. It got rid of the fleas and all that, but you know, trading fleas for barf all over the place, that's no fun. Spell check makes me knucking futz. Yeah, I hear you there. Yeah, Advantage is a little bit expensive, but you got to remember it's one dose for a month. So in the end, it really for the comfort it gives the cats, it's worth it. Any luck getting taxes done, or just check out the place and make an appointment? Had mine taken care of Tuesday, just got out of the way. Yeah, I haven't heard back from the guy yet. I don't know, I'm going to probably have to call over there and rattle his cage a little bit because, if they don't want to do it, that's fine. But, they got to get back to me and say, hey, we're not going to do it. And then I need to get all my paperwork back too. And, I actually kind of kept the phone near me here in case they did call, but they haven't yet. So, but I still want to get that done as quick as possible. Yeah, that's kind of what the vet was saying in terms of how they got the fleas in the first place. Is they said probably one of them, you know, hopped onto me and then came into the house that way. Because the cats don't get to go outside ever. I used to let them outside a little bit, when I was in California because they go in the backyard and they were safe there. But there's no place I want them outside here. So no, it doesn't look like McLennan County requires a smog check. So and once again, that shouldn't be an issue either. It's a new car, so yeah, I'll probably end up calling them again, trying to see if I can figure out what's going on. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me that the fleas maybe crawled under the door too. It isn't exactly the most airtight thing under there. But like I said, 1 month of the advantage, it wiped out the fleas here, and it hasn't been a problem since. So if I'm of a mindset that if you don't need to use something like that, then don't use it. Use it when they're under control or when they're not under control when you see them. But or when you see the cats scratching, they were scratching themselves raw at one point. I felt so sorry for them. Nibble usually isn't very, you know, attuned to being handled, but when I put that stuff on her, she just sat there and just took it. So, I know she was miserable because, the one time I got close to her to apply that stuff, I could actually see the fleas on her. And so, that's got to be miserable. And this guy was scratching himself raw. And then, of course, I knew there was a problem with him because he'll come up and jump up on my lap when I'm watching TV and stuff like that. And the fleas were jumping all over me too. So, yeah, Bite and Nibble are very interested in going outside if they can, but like I said, there's no place to keep them fenced in here, so they don't get to go outside here. They get to look out the windows. There's a big sliding glass door out there that they can look in. They can look out the windows in their room, and so they got enough kind of stuff to keep them stimulated. Hey Mark, yeah, I'm trying to avoid all the bad news by just keeping the TV off. That seems to be the best thing, I think. That's the best advice I can give everyone right now because it's more about alarmism than actually giving you facts. Can you even keep a cat fenced in? I never really had a problem keeping them in the backyard. And as timid as Nibble is with people, she's the most adventuresome when it comes to like exploring something new. If that front door is open, boom, she's outside looking around. I tried to kind of keep that to a minimum though too, because what they do is they go out and eat the grass. And then once they were done filling up on grass, they come in and barf it up all over the house. So, just gotta do what's right for them. But I always thought they were safe if I kept them in the backyard. So second something went wrong though, the second something made any noise, boom, they both were back in the house in a split second, running up to their room to find the shelf. No, the kitties are both declawed in the front, so and I don't really do anything with the hind claws. Yeah, 40 people, I'll live with that. That's we haven't been getting the numbers lately because I'm doing so many of these. Usually when I do one once a week, I might get a 70, 80, 100, sometimes, but that's fine. There's just a certain number of people that want to watch these every day. So I thought about some sort of an outdoor thing for the cats. Uh, maybe just something hanging out of the window that would allow them to go out there and sit in the sun or something like that. That would be kind of fun for them, I think. I don't know. What would you think? Would you guys like that? They're both here right now because Nibble's right there on the floor. Move the tray with the mouse on it out of the way here. Yeah, you don't like that, do you? I don't like getting bit either. Yeah, look who's back for more though. Hey, Nibble. Pretty girl. Just doesn't like to be touched. Yeah, on the other hand, I can touch him. He's pretty cool with it. I mean, that's just the difference between different kitties. Yeah, that would be a real concern if you have coyotes in the area. You wouldn't want to let your cats out. Haven't seen anything like that here, though. In fact, there's a couple of stray cats that kind of live in the neighborhood right now, and I see them around. Actually, more often than not, I hear them around because apparently every night at 3 a.m. it's like a cat fight night. Oh yeah, Nibble got some treats. Yeah, I don't know. That was just something that they were able to do in California at the time. I don't know what the law is about it in Texas. It was allowed. It was allowed when I did it. About all I've seen for like wildlife around here is, you know, squirrels and occasional skunks and stuff like the possums. That armadillo that I saw that one time. What? What? Wow. Look who's back. So, I just got like a new camera angle now just because that's where you're always sitting and people want to see you. I've been waking up early. No, I haven't been. I am naturally a kind of a night person, so you know I'm staying up later at night and getting up later in the morning. That's just who I am. Nibble wants a jar of treats to take upstairs for herself. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that. Really nice of you. Wasn't that nice? Everyone wants to give you guys kitty treats. Do you hear that? Yeah, Kenny just gave us some money for kitty treats. What do you think? Now you're gonna have to eat these up faster, right? And look who's back. Back for more kitty treats. Yeah, learn about that lunging, dude. Watch how Nibble does it, how dainty she is. See, she can't even bring it up to bring the courage to come and get it. I get the feeling if you overjudge, overcompensate, sometimes you're going to take my whole hand. Give him a little surprise there rather than him biting me. I grabbed his tooth, didn't I? Yeah, I tried to like set up the bird feeders near the cat's windows so that they could get a chance to watch those. They actually like watching the birds. It's actually funny. A couple of years ago, I put a GoPro camera up near a bird feeder and just kind of watched the birds do their thing. And the cats love watching that video. Oh man, do they love that? Yeah, yeah. It took a while to get Nibble to do that. And actually, she used to do it back in the house in California all the time. But when we moved here, she didn't want to come up on my lap for the longest time. And then all of a sudden one day she did, and now she's real comfortable with it. The thing that used to drive my cats nuts is we used to have little lizards and chameleons that would wander around in the backyard. And what they do is late in the afternoon, they get onto the screen on one of the big picture windows, and apparently there were these little insects that kind of hung out on the screen, and they'd be crawling around on the screen eating these bugs. It would drive the cats crazy because the window would be closed, but and the screen would be on the outside, and so they'd be watching these lizards and these chameleons wandering or running around on the screen grabbing bugs, and they try and bat at them, and they couldn't get at them. And of course, the lizards and chameleons couldn't even see them, so that kept them very entertained. I think they miss that a little bit now. You miss the chameleons, don't you? Yep, I think that's the truth. Are we talking about you? Is that what's going on? And the cat would watch birds on TV. When the birds flew away, they'd look behind the TV to try and find it. Yeah, I can totally see that happening with these guys too. Yeah, well, you can do that too, Jen. Yeah, anyone who's not on the Facebook page, go join the Facebook page here. We have a Facebook page called Escaping the Mouse. Really clever and original title, right? Uh, and Jan here, J Rowe, as you see here on the screen right now, is the admin for that page. And we got a group of a little over 300 people. And if you'd like, come on over and visit. If you're on Facebook, join the group. It's just a bunch of good people over there. Will they come when I call their name? Sometimes. This one will come from time to time. But I'll tell you, the best way to get them to come is to shake the kitty jar. Just I'm sitting there watching Nibble. Nibble was sitting on the other end of the room there. Second I shook that kitty jar, boom, here she is. Peeking at you around the corner there. Hi, Megs. How are you? How is it in Australia? Is it like really early in the morning there? Okay, 315 escaping the mouse members. So yeah, go make it 316. Assuming you get up to 320. Oh, I'm sure there's probably a lot of people without Facebook accounts. But for those who are on Facebook who want to join the group, definitely go check it out. They just called you Fatso. Is that a good name? That's an actually appropriate name, isn't it? Last cat I had was named Cat, so it would be appropriate to call you Fatso. What do you think? Are you Fatso? Yeah, I guess that was a bit of a tease that I shook the jar and didn't give him anything. For doing social distancing, who is on those planes? Yeah, that's a good question. Hey, Beth's here. Hi, Beth. How are you? Got in right at the end here. Last couple minutes. Mike thinks he needs to go on a diet now. Yeah, probably. But that would mean no more kitty treats, wouldn't it? Huh? Every time you say that, Jan, I keep thinking of Cartman on South Park. I'm not fat, I'm big boned. Oh, so you're still doing online meetings, huh? Okay. Have they started having you do class yet, or is it just learning how to do it? You're going to start on Monday. Okay, that's cool. So have you learned a lot? They got you to the point where you know what you're doing now. You know how to lead a class that way. Yeah, I think I can echo that. Good job, Beth, for being a special education teacher. Also, good job, Beth, for being a Flash babysitter. That's good too, right? You remember Flash, don't you? You remember Flash, that walking rock that would come into the house every once in a while? Yeah, you remember her. On Wheel of Fortune last night, one of the clues was bites and nibbles, huh? That's kind of cool. You were on Wheel of Fortune last night? Yeah, me either. The cats weren't really interested in Flash. You know, there's just it's one of those things. You know that they just kind of they didn't really have a lot in common. You know, because every what would happen is they'd go up and explore, and Flash would pull her into her shell, and then they'd get bored with her and walk away, and then Flash would be out and about again. So Wheel of Fortune went downhill after they stopped the shopping. Okay, I guess I haven't watched a Wheel of Fortune in a long time. Yeah, I'm sure Flash is glad about that too. My concern was that whether Moxie would actually go in and try and bite her, but I guess that hasn't been a problem. Hi Tracy, yeah, got in right here at the end. Yeah, because we're going to end this in a couple minutes. We're doing two 1 hour segments a day now instead of one 2 hour segment, just to kind of give people in other time zones an opportunity. So sorry you got right in at the end, but we'll be back in about 5 hours, I expect, and then we'll do another hour. Do the cats mind being left alone when you go back to California? You guys never complain about it, so I would guess not. You know, as long as the food's there, they're good. You know, I think they actually kind of like having a break for a while. There's no kitty treats, but other than that, enchilada casserole. That sounds good. I don't think Moxie knew that biting her was an option. That's probably just as well. The cats miss the treats when I'm gone, yeah, but then they know they get more treats when they get back, so it all kind of equalizes out in the end. Yeah, when I get a house, they'll see her again. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if everyone just hits the like button. That's supposed to be good. I don't know exactly what it does, but you know, whatever. That's good. All right. Well, I think I'm going to stop this one for now. Like I said, I'll be back in a little less than 5 hours now. It's 1:13 now p.m. in the afternoon. So I'll come back probably at 6 p.m., which is you know what 4 hours 47 minutes whatever you can do the math now if you want to come back in and check in a few hours. That'll be great. Until then, thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you in a little while. Bye everyone.